Welcome to Euroforum UG, where we address Ugandans from Europe, USA, Asia, Africa, Australia, and all over the globe. We share experiences, opinions, and expertise on current affairs, educative lifestyle, religion, and family matters. Follow, subscribe, and like our social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Euroforum UG. You can also join our live shows every weekend on our social media platforms. For more information, visit our social media platforms or email us at euroforumug@gmail.com or WhatsApp us on +4740 574040. Euroforum UG, communicating with peers.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you're watching us. We are back again on Euroforum Uganda with your one and only host, Samantha Elf, all the way from Finland. Today, the 14th of September, is a day where we are back here to talk about a very intriguing topic, a topic about love, a topic that touches so many, because even the Bible says that the greatest gift of all is love. So as we start tonight's show, invite a friend to invite another friend, and we all have people that we care and love about. Welcome to today's live show. We are diving into one of the most timeless questions, where we say that, is love really enough to sustain a relationship? Love gives us butterflies, passion, and connection, but is it enough when life brings challenges like finances, career goals, family expectations, and cultural differences? Tonight, we'll unpack how to balance the emotional side of love with the practical realities of everyday life and explore what truly keeps a relationship thriving. Join us today where we talk love matters. You're most welcome, and thanks for being with Euroforum Uganda. With me tonight is a special gentleman all the way from US, who will be introducing himself much later during the show. But before we do that, I would like to request him to humble himself and all our viewers out there so we can have a word of prayer. Mighty Father, I would like to thank you for this beautiful and wonderful day. We thank you, Lord, for your blessings and for your love upon each and every one of us. We thank you for our families, we thank you for our loved ones, and we thank you, Lord, for our friends. Father, as we are here, today is a tough moment for some of us because we are grieving with one of our very own who lost a little brother, Zaro Bwayo. We pray, Lord, that you may strengthen the grieving family in this time of need and grief. Bless them, oh Lord, and comfort them. Give them the courage to move on. Zaro, may your soul rest in eternal peace. On Euroforum Uganda, we thank you, and we pray that we may be a blessing to someone out there as we speak about today's topic, love. Amen.
Amen.
Yes. Frank, you are most welcome to today's show. I'm more than delighted to have you here because it's been a long anticipated show. You know, I've always wanted to have Frank Frank as a guest here because me and him have a future plan of sometime when we retire to actually host a love show together, because I always tell him he has a very soothing and nice voice, and it's gonna be really, really nice today talking about love. Frank, you're most welcome.
You're raising the bar too high for me there now.
No, it's actually not raising the bar, but I'm only speaking the truth. I'm stating facts. So the people out there will be the judges. And I'm sure they will agree with me. Frank, you're most welcome. And before we start, I would like you to briefly introduce yourself and tell our viewers where you're based and who you are as a person. You're most welcome.
Okay, thank you. My name is Frank Namisi. I'm currently based in Iowa, USA. Recently lived in England, London, UK for a long time. And so I take sometimes when I talk about home, as reference of Uganda or UK. But that's a balance of where I can truly testify that I've been around and seen a few things. So I'm glad for this honor to be welcomed by Samantha. I know this is kind of topics we've had casually, talking about situations, anything, be it Christianity, politics, sports. So it's a pleasure to be in a place where we are sharing with others, with an audience. And I look forward to hearing, getting opinions, and anything I share as a view. If I'm wrong, please pardon me, correct me, or correct us, and we all learn from each other and one another.
Wow, what a spectacular intro. Or Frank, thank you very much. But I'm just gonna say this to all the people out there. Frank and I come a very, very long way. I've known Frank since I was 16 to current date. So for those of you that know how old I am, you can do the math and know how long we've known each other. Frank is not only a friend, he's actually a special friend. I call him my bestie, he's my buddy. And like you heard him, we have shared a lot together. And now we are here to share in a different perspective. We're here to
Absolutely.
share knowledge with one another and actually learn from each other. So people out there, tune in, invite a friend to invite another, and let's learn together.
Yeah.
Before we start the show, Frank, allow me ask you that: do you believe love alone can sustain a relationship long term? Why? Or if you don't, why not?
Okay. I if I could shout out, say no, 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 I would.
Okay.
Yeah, but best way to express that is to say,
Yeah.
hell no. Love alone is an outlook. If you write an article, write a book or anything, there is an overview of a book.
Yeah.
That first page that gives you the insight for you to start. Now, obviously, with love, that's what you need first, and obviously, it becomes the foundation because every time you open that book or start that article, there is that first bit that you want to see first that describes, and that's the basis. But you can't base it on it alone to read the whole story. So, my understanding of it is there's a lot more, and credit to those who actually treasure and take seriously what dating is, because it's through that time that you actually get to know the things outside the box to define. But as we discuss more, we'll get more details. But to answer your question and give reason, love alone is not enough. Yeah.
Love alone is not enough. Okay.
Uh,
For our viewers out there, we're talking about is love alone enough? Yeah. Would like you to come and share with us. Yeah. Give us your views on what you think we could best do to balance our emotions and practicability in relationships. Like you heard it from Frank. He says that to him, love is not enough. What do you think? Yeah, Frank, I'm going to give you a perspective here that was posed of a senior. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting two bodies. I think that's really actually right. And then he goes on to say that the best thing to hold on to life is each other. Like when you're in love, I think it's very normal that we tend to forget our families, we tend to forget our friends because we tend to cling onto our partners or our loved ones, so much because in the beginning, before I actually go deeper into this, Frank, why is it that usually when you fall in love, or usually in the early stages of love, like everything feels so perfect. Things feel so perfect and everything goes on really smoothly and really well. But why is it that usually when you tend to live with someone for a certain period of time, you tend to grow to dislike? I won't use hate because hate is quite a big word, but we tend to grow to dislike that person. Even though in the beginning, the first 3-4 years, you might probably never see any speck in that someone's eyes. But then
Yeah.
as time goes on, this person starts irritating you, they start nagging you, and you're like, how could I even, fall in love with this person? What usually causes that? Could you enlighten me on that? And before you do, Frank, there's actually a
Yes.
singer in Uganda. She's my namesake. She's called Samali. I think she's Samali something. She sang a
Yes.
song that said, Omukwano gunyuma, gunyuma gutandika, sowe gukula, tumanyi yokuboam.
Yes.
Na
Yes.
yewe gukula. Yeah, so it means it's really, really something natural. But I want to understand what happens, or where do we go wrong?
Yeah. Now, again, this is where faith comes in. For those that have faith, they
Yeah.
put love, but before love, there is faith in everything they do. Now, with the
Mm,
challenges that come along, it's easier for
yeah.
them to handle because of their natural way of having faith in something. Like we believe in Christianity, um, in
Yeah.
every way, or Islam, let me say religion. Now,
Yes.
that faith gives you confidence in whatever you're doing, despite the challenges. Now, for the sake of love, love is inside. It's the backbone. It's the foundation. Something that you start with. Now,
Mm,
the idea of dating is to understand the other sides around the love affair. The idea of relating, seeing things that, okay, you're going to live with this person for the rest of their life. You're going to have plans. You're going to have children, or whatever decisions you make, and then assess and evaluate how you're going to do this, how you're going to understand this person. Yeah, but unfortunately, as times have gone, when you meet somebody, there is a bit of zeal, there is a bit of entertainment, social media, movies together, and then the perspective of looking at things is more about what is good now. How do I impress this person? So we do more of the impression all through, and that's associated with care. So you're doing the impression, but
yeah.
in your way, you're caring for this person, and you don't get a chance to
Yeah.
see the other side. Even when you do, you ignore because you know the what we call red flags. Uh,
Butterflies or
yeah,
butterflies in our hearts,
yeah,
like women term it.
correct.
Yes.
Yeah. So with butterflies, you don't see the red
Mm,
flags. So
yes.
they appear orange. But now, as time
Yeah.
goes on,
Mm,
you've made decisions. You've actually seen this person as you know the world to you,
yeah.
and then along the way, you have already started this, started that, and then when the reality comes, which is normal, things happen because
Yeah.
with families, we love family members, but
Yeah.
we do have differences. Just that with families, we don't have a choice. You know, that's your sister, and
That's a very good point. Yeah.
yeah, so you can't say it's over.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, in our relationships, because we know there is that
Mm,
option of closure, we
yes.
get quick to say it. Oh, you leave me
Yeah.
alone if I'm not good enough, and then she says the
Yes.
same, and you
Yeah.
now already at on a crack because you've
Yeah.
already shown each other that you're willing to let each other
Yes.
go. Yeah.
Yes.
So that alone kind of diminishes their confidence in wanting to stay together or wanting
Yeah.
to build something, and then things get better. You start
Yeah.
thinking, okay, this is the good person again, and then before that, that's what kind of causes the problem. So the issue is the dating understanding of dating. Do we
Yeah.
actually take it serious, or do we
Yes.
actually just go there for a meal? Sometimes you're just trying to impress the location. Maybe you're broke, and this time because you're dating, you're going out of your way to impress this person. You're borrowing a
Yeah.
car from a friend. You're borrowing
Mm,
a shirt, some jewelry and stuff like that. Perfume you wearing is probably not yours, and the girl could
mm,
probably do the same thing of trying to impress in the same way. So these are two plastic people meeting.
yeah.
Like they're not real. They're not them. Now,
Mm,
when they move into that house, and then you realize the guy's bills are overdue. His car insurance, he wants you to chip in, or maybe now asking you, he dropped you in a very luxurious car. Now he wants to pick you on a border and
yeah.
stuff like that. These are real tests.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now either way, I mean, there will be other ways of which you could share of what a chick will do
Yeah.
to impress, and later on maybe
Yes.
make a special meal. This time she's visited first time when she knows surely cooking is not her cup of tea.
Happy. Mm. Mm.
Yeah, then time comes, you move in together. You probably wanting that gesture on the Valentine's as a cup of tea alone. You never get that. You know, those things change
Yeah.
along the way. So
Yes.
yeah, so generally they're a challenge. We get in, do we assess
Mm.
enough? And assessing, we also think because we see all good, we don't
Yeah.
prepare for the ups and downs and stuff like that. What if, because if you see them first, you can
Yes.
get ready and say, you know what, I love this about this person, I love this, there are these I don't like, but now how do I go about them?
Mm.
Yeah, there are couples that live so well because they know each other. When she
Yeah.
says something wrong or he says something, it says, I know him, I know he's
Yeah.
upset, and takes it
Yeah.
casually that I know she's upset, and takes it casually like that. It doesn't go beyond that. That takes
Yes.
knowledge of each other. That takes knowledge of each
Mm.
other. So yeah, to try and focus on the question, yeah, what changes the problem is the beginning. Number one, faith. Are we ready to
Yeah.
take it? I'll also refer to our traditions where in the past our parents or those
Yeah.
close to us chose our partners for us. Now those partners actually were sustainable. And why was this? Because you who is put or initiated into that relationship have faith in your family, have
Yes.
you respect the expectations. When you're put together, you know it's a decision done, it's not in your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that also goes with it. The other factor is the morals. You know, our morals as people, like
Yeah.
we've now been integrated with the West so much, while we still have our traditional being of where we're coming from. So there are ways of how other communities deal with love or deal with relationships as opposed or maybe different. So we want to mix the morals of two different sides together. Now, unfortunately, from both ways, men and women, we want to use it where it suits best.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want you. She. During that dating, I'll use an example. I'll be opening the door, running and being a gentleman. And I know this is opening the door, sit down, move the chair before she
Yeah.
sits down. Yeah. But then what's there for
Mm.
me? Yeah, what's there for me that I would also like to see from her?
Yeah.
And that's when it takes me back to my culture. I
Um.
don't expect my girlfriend to, yeah.
So so maybe Frank, maybe that actually comes to the fact that we as human beings are fake. Yeah.
Mm, mm.
We fake things and pretend to be what we're not, because okay,
Yeah,
even if you did that to impress a girl by
yeah,
opening the car doors for her, pulling a chair for her, think about it that okay, probably if I did that, if I maintained that, she might actually stay in the relationship and we might be happy together,
yeah. No,
because
and
it's
I
all
would agree.
about finding out what your partner likes, or what drives them, to liking Frank. Like, what is it that attracted me to Frank? Because to be honest with you, if we
Mm,
started dating and I liked you because of one to three things, yeah,
yeah,
the moment you stop doing those one to three things, I will assume that you're not attracted to me anymore, and I'll start, looking
yeah,
elsewhere.
yeah.
So
And, yeah,
maybe that is actually,
yeah,
yeah.
and
Go
it's
ahead.
it's
Yeah.
it's sad. It's sad for you to
Mm.
see that as being fake
Yeah.
because you could quite rightly ask why. If I opened the door and I was running, actually, not just walking there and stuff, and all of a sudden I've stopped. Why stop all of a
It
sudden?
feels good
Yeah,
to see your man doing that. You're
yeah,
like,
and then
oh, he
yeah,
loves me, and you keep the butterflies in my stomach. But
yeah,
when you
and
stop
I'm like
doing
that.
it, then I'm like,
Yeah,
okay. Mm.
yeah. Now I've been exposed enough that I see that as normal, and I'll do it genuinely out of goodwill because I
Okay.
know it is good gesture and stuff like that.
Yes.
The only question is, while I'm doing
Yes.
that, I'm also I've also
What are
seen
you getting
other
in return?
areas.
What are you getting in return?
Yeah, Yeah, but during that dating, do I focus on saying what I expect? I
Yes.
don't. All my attention is to
Okay.
impress her, and I don't pay attention to what I would like. You see?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so unfortunately, I start getting those questions later. Like
Mm.
if I'm gonna be open in this, what would I really like? Um,
Yeah.
a question like it could be just like some cultures, like some of our cultures, ladies kneel for their
Yes.
husbands.
Yes.
We've grown up
Yes.
saying that as normal. Do I want to see someone kneel for me and later call me you idiot and stuff like that? It doesn't make
Mm.
sense. Or someone kneel for me and go the other side and say, "Oh no, I was just acting." I don't want that kind of
Mm.
kneel. I don't want someone to
Yeah.
be. I don't teach my kids kneeling that they need to kneel, so I don't
Yeah.
value it that highly. Yeah,
I
yeah,
get you. Yeah.
yeah. But if someone knelt for me and gave me something, how do I take it? I'll be like, wow.
Yeah. You feel like you're the king. You're the man of the
Yeah,
house, right?
yeah,
Uh.
yeah. I
Mm.
take it. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I wouldn't want to be rapping like showing off, even just between the two of us.
Yes.
And actually, that
Yes.
kneeling, even if it's once a year, yeah, it will carry a strong message.
Okay. You know what? You know what you should do. I think it
Yeah,
would be nice on his birthday, like your birthday. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. For the person to come in the morning, you up and say happy birthday, and they kneel down, and then they maybe that would actually, mean
you know,
mean a lot.
yeah. Just one kneel a
Yeah.
year on a birthday is equal to 300 openings of the doors.
Seriously. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes. But you see now, Frank, that
Mm,
means, yeah, when you are
mm,
in the relationship with your partner, it's always good to like iron out the things that are important to you. Yeah.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
she as well tells you what is important to her, because that way you understand each other and know that, okay, this is what makes my man feel wanted. This is what makes him feel treasured. And in
yeah.
the long run, you also know what makes her feel that way towards, what you do.
Absolutely.
Speaking about that, Frank, I want to ask you a question. Do you think that one thing that most of us lack is that we dive into relationships quite fast because we fear being lonely or we fear being alone, and because of that, we end up in relationships where we lack friendship.
Yeah.
Because yeah, back in the days, our parents, in point, usually they went out with people that they have known for a very long time.
Hmm.
And usually in any relationship, even though the love kind of fades, if you have a person as your friend, you will always feel bad and say, oh man, this guy is my friend, I don't want to be nasty to him by doing this. But
Yeah.
because we meet people and just know them for about 3, 4, 5 months, and we get love bagged, and
Yeah.
have all those butterflies, and before we know it, we're already moving in together, and we're already assuming we actually love them. And then after a period of like 2 or 3 months of living with them, you actually realize that this person is actually not who you thought they were. And
Mm.
that is the reason why we are having so many separations or so many divorces lately. So
Yeah.
what could we do about that? What would you advise? What would you like recommend? Do you believe that friendship has a part that it plays in maintaining relationships?
Yeah, it does because like giving an example of relationships where
Yeah.
you meet somebody, butterflies are all over. During
Yes.
that time, there'll be a lot of respect for each other because you won't start a relationship with someone who you feel they don't respect you, and that goes both ways. Now,
Yes.
but because a few things go down the wrong way along the way, and you actually realize that the respect between you is on a scale of 10, you're on 2 or 3 or even 1. And when this person, your partner, has like husband, wife, or boyfriend, or you can actually see that their loyalty
Uh-huh.
and friendship with those close to them is much stronger. 8, 10 out of 10. They respect those around you so
Mm.
much while you're on 1, and that can be a weight on you, to a
Yes.
woman or to a man, whereby despite the challenges you're going through, but because of what hasn't worked, the respect
Yeah.
for each other has also gone down. Now, respect comes with value too. the value of
Yeah,
how you feel about each other also gets run down. Yeah. So it
that's
is a
right.
big problem. Yeah. Now, when you have a friend, that friend is
Mm,
always going to be valuable. The friend is a valuable statement.
yes,
Yeah. Wife, husband, or boyfriend, girlfriend, they are supposed to be valuable because you've taken them. But along the way, you become a bad agent. Sometimes you say, "Can you move?" You know, can you
yes,
get out of the
yes.
way? And that is not
Mm,
right. It's normal.
yes,
Yeah. But there's a way you can tell your friend, "Shut up," and they say,
yeah,
"Shut up." I know you're saying this because it's up, but there's a way they read your message because they're your friend.
yeah. Like they get you.
Yeah.
They understand you entirely. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So when you tell your friend, "Shut up," or even say the
Mm,
F word, uh,
yes.
they know when you say F word to say thank you. They mean you're grateful. And that friend knows when you say the F word to mean the F word, you know?
Yes.
So
Yes.
so friendship establishment is important,
Yeah.
and that takes me back to the point of dating, to understand
Yeah.
somebody, know them, to
Yeah.
gauge that friendship first.
Yeah.
To have that as moving on, it does mean a lot, and it eliminates or reduces the chances of disregarding yourselves while you're trying to
Yeah.
pursue something. And until you realize where the issue is
Yes.
and work towards fixing it, that can help. The other thing I would say is pride. Uh,
Mm,
pride is another.
that is a big deal.
Yeah,
Ego, the man
it's a
ego.
big.
Yes.
The ego is a big thing because once
Mm,
met, you've been excited and you put one and one together. You have two,
yeah.
but then you've also forgotten that there is that pride in you wanting to be you.
Yes.
And when reality comes over time, because it's normal,
Mm,
there will be differences
yes.
along the way. And then you question yourself and you're like, hell no, that's not me. I can't take that. And
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
guy, she's saying that. And
Yeah.
eventually you're thinking, okay, it's not the one. It wasn't meant to be this.
Yes.
Stuff like
Yes.
that. And you
Yes.
forget to look at what made you come together in the middle or in the first
Yes.
place. Yeah.
Yes.
So the question of coming together and stuff like that. And the other problem is uh some guys, which I'll testify,
Mm,
sometimes
yes.
don't even you go to a party and while you're single, you don't. I'm not single, I'm married. I'm just saying as a statement.
Yes. Yes.
Before getting married, there are those times you're alone, you go to a party, or you see someone dressed nicely. Now, you
Yeah.
don't think about them as a wife. You think you're
Yeah.
supposed to compliment them by approaching them. So we think sometimes it's a duty to
Mm,
impress a woman. And sometimes as guys, we keep chasing and talking, taking numbers.
yeah.
But the settlement with that person is the last thing on our minds. So now, all of a
Mm,
sudden, you're chasing this person. You've not even asked your question whether you would live with them, you would marry them, or anything like
yes.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
But you're still
Mm,
chasing. You're talking to them. You're impressing. You see? Now, the
yeah.
time this person is already falling in love with you, and that's when you start thinking, oh, okay. So you start playing along, not because that's what you want. So
Yes.
there are many relationships that we as guys also end up in as situationships and not relationships. And that could be also ways, and that could
That
happen
is
both
true.
ways. Yeah. So it's not like we've
Yeah.
made a mistake, but we've checked in without actually thinking about it. Now, the time we start thinking
Yes.
we want to, it's we're already in. But unfortunately, you're messing
You're.
up with
You're.
someone.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Just to add on what you just said is, I think what also leads to that is the fact that when we are in relationships, we forget to compliment our partners, our spouses, and they try to seek attention from elsewhere. For
Yeah.
example, Frank, you have a wife, and then maybe I have, my man here, and we forget to always, say that small things like, you look good today, or maybe tell them that I really appreciate you so much, and that alone makes this person feel probably less wanted or less valued. And because they're getting outside, and then the neighbor might come out and say, hey, you look so pretty today. She'll be like, so actually I am pretty. They find themselves doing things that they might not have done, not because they're actually attracted to the person, but just because they felt they lacked, that attention, that male attention from somewhere, or vice versa from the man through the women as well. So yeah, that's a very, very good and valid point. That reminds me of Frank, this saying where we say that we never appreciate what we have until we lose it.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, yes. Like usually when you have someone, you don't actually see their value or their purpose until when they actually tell you that, you know what, it's over, I can't do this anymore. That is when you will now start, calling them saying, I'm sorry, I miss you so much. Yes, I didn't actually realize that you were a nice person, but it's too late. When you had me, you did not treat me, you didn't treat me right. And now when I'm gone, yes, you're coming back to, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just like they say, the grass is green at the other side. Sometimes you always look the other side and say, oh,
yes.
Yeah, I had an experience of a friend, two friends, a couple, where one admired the other couple so much.
Yes.
The friend, admired and praised them and wished that her husband would be like the husband of the other one.
The other husband, yes.
Yeah, and every time she prayed and said, you know what, I wish my husband would be like Mr. Mr.
The
J.
husband, yeah.
Yeah, prayed
Yes.
until Mr. Z. Let me think of a name, random. Mr. A. So
Okay.
she was hoping that her husband would be like Mr. A.
Yes.
And because Mr. A looked so perfect and stuff like that, until Mr. A started, bringing gestures, because by the fact that she appreciated, that means she showed respect.
Yes.
Instead, Mr. A started feeling attracted and obviously buying things, going out of their way. And he was direct and started asking her out.
Okay.
Now, when she got the shock of being asked out and knowing the two couples are both married, they're both couples, that's when she began to say, oh God, please, I withdraw my prayer for wanting my husband to be like Mr. A. Yeah, that was just reference in terms of
but
the grass is green on the other side.
But that actually happens, yes, because most of us always seek for something else, something we tend to think we don't have in our own, relationship or our own marriage. And then when you actually get to dig deeper in the other relationship that you thought was, was it all, you realize that yours was way better. But then at that time, it's already too late. Frank, let's talk about the practical factors like finances. What role do finances, values, and future goals play in a healthy relationship? Is it important in a relationship to have both parties? For example, we live in this developed world where we believe in, or they believe in, 50-50. Yeah. Do you think that when you do things on the 50-50 basis, you could actually keep a relationship longer, or does that help in any way?
I think
Let's talk about.
I think it's a yes and no situation.
Okay.
And therefore, it requires understanding.
Yes.
Yeah, understanding is fundamental on that. Reason being, now the 50-50, unfortunately, we like to use it when it fits us best.
Yeah.
And that goes both ways. Now, with something that fits best, it becomes difficult because at the end of the day, like in our tradition, we are trained or guided to understand that as a man, you're supposed to take care of your family. Now, that's what you're supposed to do. Now, but that was raised on the fact that your part was more to provide.
Yes.
And your wife was more to take care of what's there. So becomes your assistant. You automatically she takes care of it.
Yes.
And there was that understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. And with that, it was clear. So the man doesn't need to take care as long as he has provided, he's taken care of. So he concentrates on the vision. And that was the part he had to play.
Yeah.
But now with the times changing, where fortunately I've got daughters, and this I'll say as fortunately for our girls, they're excelling
Yeah.
career wise,
Yeah.
academically, and they can provide better than
Yeah.
some of the boys. Now
Yeah.
that as a reality, so it's difficult to say, okay, now the guy go and provide when she's provided it's there. You see? So it's a question
Yeah.
of if he can provide and you can provide, now do the 50-50. But now as a man, it's still in your mind, you want to be the provider, you see?
Yes.
But
Yes.
that reality is not there. You want to be the provider, but what you're getting is actually no, we just have to do it together. You see? But in
Frank,
your head,
sorry to interject you. I want to ask you something. Do you believe or do you agree with me when I say that this 50-50 provision has led to so many women disrespecting their husbands? Because
yes,
we women are built in a way that, if you're a man and you want me to respect you, yeah,
you
then
need to,
on
yes,
that role, be a provider, do something for me. You're not going to expect me
yes,
to respect you as a man, and yet
yeah,
I'm contributing 50% as well in the house.
correct.
What
Or
do you have to say about that?
sometimes you might be even providing 70-80%
Exactly.
based
And
on
then
your
you
career.
still want me to respect you. You want me to do all these things that other women that are being completely 100% being taken care of,
Yes,
yeah,
yeah,
are
it is
doing
a
as well.
problem, and yeah, it is an
Yeah,
issue. It is a factor,
yeah,
but it's not the woman's problem. In this case,
yes,
it's natural. It is
yes.
society. It's what it is now. Now,
Okay.
yeah, because I like I said, I have daughters. If they're in that situation, would I want them to give up their success and provision just because they have to show respect so they
Yes,
can be taken have nothing? Would I want my
yeah,
daughter to have nothing so that she can be provided for and she can respect? No, I
yes,
want her to sustain herself. But I also
yeah,
understand now that as she provides for herself and for her family, there will be
yeah,
times when the man will fall short and she'll disrespect him for that because he
yeah,
hasn't put on those shoes to defend and protect
exactly.
and provide.
Yes,
Yeah, so it's a
yes.
factor, but it's what it is.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it is a factor. So that's why I went
Mm.
to say it takes an understanding.
Yeah,
When the two have an understanding, she's earning the 60%, he's earning the
yeah,
40%, and they're
yes,
working through it like it doesn't matter who is earning what. Because there are
yeah,
other chores of the house. Because
yes,
back in the days, while the man was providing, he didn't touch the saucepan. He didn't know
yeah,
the direction of the cooker and stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
he
right.
didn't know about the laundry and stuff. He didn't know anything like that. But now,
Yeah,
while we're doing this, the man is trying to be the king in the home. He's providing
mm,
20-30% of the income because that's the job he has. She's doing the
yes,
70% because the job she has. Yeah. But now he wants to come back from work and sit down and have, food on the table.
yeah,
Now she's worked through those hours, and sometimes it's not just because of the job. Maybe she's actually doing the hours.
yeah,
Comes
yes,
home and now needs to bring the food on the table. Now
mm,
that becomes difficult for her to actually, collect that respect and give it to him. Where does it come in?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
So from our side as well, it is
mm,
quite hard. It is quite hard. And then when we step out of it to say, you know what, we have to help in the chores and stuff like that, take the kids to school, dress them up. And
yeah,
then the question is, does she see that and value it?
yeah,
Or does
yes,
she now see you as wasted? Does that diminish you?
mm,
Because while
authority
you're
as a
doing
man,
that, while
yeah,
you're doing that, you're actually feeling proud. You're playing a part. But the
yes,
trouble is, on the day things go wrong, and one statement that kind of puts you down or reminds you of your earning that is 20% towards the home, then you start thinking, but how about all the other things I do? You know, and that can affect you. So it takes us back to the understanding.
yeah,
Yeah.
very right. Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. Dr. from Uganda with your one and only host, Samantha Elf. And with me today is the gentleman from US, Iloa, I think it is. Frank Nemesi. We are very happy to have him here with us. And before we continue, I just want to send this big ups to you. Smoggy in Denmark, Joreen in Sweden. We have Esther in Uganda, and then Janat Hajati Nagolola back in Uganda, who also happens to be a parenting coach. So for all our people living in Uganda and all the parents out there who would like to seek parenting skills, you can reach out to Janat Nagolola, a parenting coach. Moving on, let's continue and talk about balancing emotions with our everyday responsibilities. Frank, back to you. Yeah, I'd like you to sensitize us on how best you think couples, should balance their emotions with everyday responsibilities without losing that spark.
I'll say it precise number one is respect for each other and the value for each other. Once you do, no matter how you do things, no matter how you go about your emotions, you will know where you are. I've seen couples that call each other idiots in public, but they're on the same level and they're perfectly fine.
Seriously, even
yeah,
after you call the other an idiot, you go back home and
yes,
talk to them. Okay.
yeah.
I would pack my bags right away and say, goodbye.
They'll call each other idiots and they'll hold each other,
Yeah.
turn around and kiss, and that would do that. And what I'm trying to say is we're
Okay.
all different.
Okay.
We're all different. So in terms of emotions get expressed from what we see or what we say.
Yes.
And most of the time, when emotions are handled quietly, it's normal, it's okay. When they're spoken out is when we actually start to have our own opinions. Yeah, and stuff like that. So for me, no matter how it's done, as long as there is respect, because it's until you show your respect for each other in the eyes of the others, especially the children you raise, your family members, that they get to value you. They get to look up to. Yeah, but the
Yes.
more you continue to, fail to hold your emotions, you're sharing with your sister everything that's going on, both ways. You're both sharing. Now your life is out there
Yes.
and stuff
Yes.
like that. And now when the situation comes and my sister comes around and, because she's been told something that is bad, it may be
Yeah.
true, but she doesn't have the genesis of how it all happened.
Yeah.
So as a person who loves me as a sister, she cannot hide it. She'll be there,
Yes.
showing it and stuff like that. So, and the reason why would I share with a sister is because of, loss of respect for this person, loss of trust. Your trust
Yes.
in the person is gone. Now you're trusting your sister more. You're trusting your friends more to share about what's going on than the person you are.
Yes.
And once that is gone, then it becomes, because you've
Yeah.
already shared, you owe an
No, don't
explanation.
come. Don't come on TV. We're watching him on TV. Okay. All right. Good.
Because you've already shared.
Okay. Sorry about that.
That's all right. And so it comes back to emotions. So those
Yeah.
emotions, like we can always, write back, express ourselves, or keep quiet and think about through things, But if we don't, half the time, actually probably 90%, we share with those close to us, friends, family members. And once we do, they own up our problems. And next time they want to do it, we start seeing them as the problem. But no, we are the problems. So we need to maintain our trust, maintain our emotions, and so we can sustain and talk to the others about what's going on. So like Samantha said there, how do you get that balance? Well, listening out. Yeah, we just need to listen out and see what's the other person saying, why are they thinking, and also have some sort of guidance in terms of if we have these people as friends, if we have them as our family members, we have to think about their interest in our relationship. Are they building us, or should we
Yes.
just keep them relatives but not our counselors? Are we
Yeah.
sharing a problem with them to help us, or are we just airing it out? There are friends and family
Yes.
members who know when you're airing out something and they'll listen to you. They'll not give you their opinion. There are those who think they will believe they need to protect you. And when
Yeah.
they do, when they come in, they will take up and own up. And now with you who shared, you start owing them and trying to tell them, oh, this will happen, this happened. Even when things go
Yeah.
good,
Yeah.
become good, you feel you should tell them, well, we're now back together. Things are now better.
Yes.
Yeah. But now you're carrying a whole load of relationship of 10 people other than just yourself. And that becomes difficult
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
complicates
Yeah.
relationship that could have been otherwise easier. So emotions
Yes.
can be handled better.
Okay. Thank you very much, Frank, for that supplement. Just to continue, I would like to supplement on what you've said by quoting. Yeah, I'm going to quote a gentleman called David Wilkerson. Yeah, he says that love is not only something you feel, it is something you do. So, like Frank said, you need to be present. You need to understand, each other, and try to listen as well. Many people in relationships actually only do the talking, but they're never there to listen to what the other party has to say. And then also to add on, I want to say that I quote again Maya Angelou, who says that love is an endless act of forgiveness.
Mm.
Forgiveness is the key to action and freedom. Yeah. Whenever, however terrible, something is, you need to always sit back, like Frank said at some point, that think about why you actually got to be with that person. What drew you towards that person? What did you like about that person? And whenever you think about that, you'll always remember that there's nothing, bigger than just forgiving them, because it is human and it is normal that we all make mistakes. But for as long as you know that this is someone that makes you happy, and this is someone that you have been through, different situations or different scenarios, then we should learn to forgive. After all, the Bible tells us as well that God so loved the world and he sent his only begotten son to come and die for our sins on the cross. So if God forgives us, we also can forgive, our spouses and live happily. Moving on,
Absolutely.
Frank, let's talk about have you ever seen love fail because the practical side was ignored? And then also, has it ever succeeded because a balance was found?
Yes, all the time. Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen that all the time. That's it's a
Mm,
fact. I don't know how
yeah.
I'll break this any better because the statement is just what it is.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, yeah. Love is defined in many aspects. I could name some, but a few. There is
Mm,
a sense of touch, care, say acts of goodwill. Gestures.
yes.
Uh, there are those that gifts. Different ones. So all these things are actions,
Yes.
and people react differently based on which ones and stuff like that.
Yes.
So, and some of them change even with people over time.
Yeah.
Some might want like when you're dating or before dating, gifts might mean a lot to them. But along
Yes.
the way, the mother knows that her kids need this, they need that, need this. She's got priorities now. If you buy her a banquet of
Yes.
flowers, $500, she might see it as a waste
Mm,
when she loved them before.
yeah.
So those,
Yes. That's right.
yeah, yeah. So those can change.
Mm,
Actions,
yeah.
yeah, they do mean a lot. Yeah. So I couldn't agree any less or more.
Okay.
Mm,
Like the saying goes, action speaks better than words. Yeah.
absolutely.
To all the
Yeah.
men out there, please remember to act more and talk less. Yeah. The women
Yeah.
love it when you say less and just, show us, keep doing those things, and we'll
Yeah.
be blown away every single day of our lives.
Yeah.
Just
But,
moving
but,
on, I would
but
like to
before
send,
before you move
yes,
on that one,
yes.
also, you said that you asked the men out there to act again, but then I also have a problem somewhere I need to share.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I came across
Go
this
ahead.
question.
What's your problem, Frank? Talk
Yeah,
to me.
I trust that you can
Uh,
fix it. Yeah, I came across this
okay.
question. I came across
Yeah.
this question of why do the beautiful girls go out with the bad guys? And the,
Yes.
the
Yes.
conclusive answer was because the bad guys say
Yeah.
the right things.
Yes, at the right
It's
time. The right
at the right
things at
time.
the right time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so it's nothing to do with do the right things. It's say the
Yeah.
bad guys actually have nothing they do good, but they say the right words at the right time.
Now, Frank, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Girls go out with the bad guys because those bad guys are actually more of action. They are spontaneous. They don't care about dressing up or looking good. They don't mind being rough. They will come on a motorbike and say, "I'm taking you out on a ride." And when they do that, we find that so hilarious. We find that exciting. Yeah, he does
Mm,
not have to plan things like the normal guys or the decent guys.
mm,
Bad guys are kind of guys that won't mind carrying you in public. He'll come and just come behind your back and boom, lift you up. Yeah. So
mm,
those are certain things that women tend to look at as exciting. Yeah.
mm,
We like men that are spontaneous, men that do not put in too much effort to plan for certain things. Be spontaneous once in a while and do something that you think your woman might find crazy, but at the same time, she will actually love it. Go in. Do you agree with me, Frank?
yeah, I kind of get it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's still action in a
Yes.
way, but okay.
Yes. Like bad guys are the type of men, Frank, that wouldn't mind. Okay, I'm gonna say this. There are people that will do anything at any time when they feel like. There are people that will make out on a dining chair, on a dining table. They'll carry you and they're not really decent. They don't care.
Mm,
Yes,
yeah.
they'll just come and say, "Come," and they'll carry you, put you on top of a car, and they'll be like, "Oops, okay, it's the neighbor watching." Then they'll run with you in the house. So
Mm,
probably that is what women like.
okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
take it.
Some women.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I know my wife doesn't
Yes.
want that. That's why I'm a good guy. It's okay.
Yes,
So we're good.
exactly. Neither do I. I liked it at a certain stage when I was younger, but I don't think I would enjoy it right now. There's a
Oh,
time for everything. So yeah, when I was more of below 27, I would say maybe that worked for me, but not right now.
okay, got you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yes. Moving forward, before we go on, I'd like to send my shout out to my boys in the house. I have 3 boys here that are watching our show as we talk. To Jason, my boy, Mama says a hi and thanks for watching. And then I would like to also say hi to Arne and to Capo as well. All right. So let's go on. In your don't come here. In your opinion, Frank,
Mm.
which is more difficult, managing emotions in love or handling the practical side of relationships?
um, Managing emotions is more difficult. Reason is,
Okay. Mm,
reason is I don't want to say some of us, but generally speaking,
mm,
uh, if you are a practical person, that could be there. It's
yeah.
you love someone, you act, you do
Mm,
these things. Eventually, that can be easier.
yeah.
Um, Keeping up is maybe an issue. Keeping up because of maybe some emotions still kicking in. But again,
Yeah.
your actions may only be affected by emotions where you fail to handle your emotions. For example, you need to, open the door. I use that a lot. So
Yeah.
now, because your emotion has kicked in, you feel, no, hell no, I'm not going to open that door.
Yes.
So you're not. So your action is being affected by your emotion.
Yeah.
So therefore, to answer the question, the emotions are more difficult to handle, and that's the it's the nature of humanity.
Yes.
Yeah, handling emotions is important. It could be work related, your
Yeah.
academics,
Yeah.
community based activities, anything you do, any situation you do. You need to
Yeah.
even in a fight alone.
Yeah.
The moment you don't hold yourself, even when you're throwing that punch, you just swing without looking. But for the
Yeah.
person who is calm and collected, is the person who is likely to win the fight. And so
Yes.
when the emotions carry a lot, even just making a conversation with someone, if your emotions are not
Yeah.
collected, you may fail what to say. You can't say it right. And
That's very right. And
yeah,
speaking of emotions, Frank, today has been a very, very tough day for me. I hope my emotions right now are not visible. I hope you cannot read through me. I've had a very, very tough and busy day today. And yeah, I get what you're saying. It's really, really true. I also agree with the emotion side being way harder than the practical side of it. Because
Yeah.
for practical ones, you can tend to pick on simple things to do, like making you a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, or
Mm.
just giving you a hug, or basically anything, like you said, opening the door for someone, or
Mm.
playing a game together, a game of
Yeah.
cards
Yeah.
together. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would always, mean a lot to so many people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely.
Okay. To all our viewers out there, this is just to remind you that we are talking about how to balance emotions and practicability in relationships. We are live on Facebook as well as YouTube, so feel free to join in, send us your opinions, and tune in. Very sorry for those of you that have been active on our Facebook page. I've not been able to actually scroll through because I'm using my phone and I cannot read your comments at the same time as I do this. Yeah. But as we wrap up, we're gonna talk about the last thing. Frank, love is a very, very broad topic. And, I love love, that. Many people that know me know I love love and I love being loved and I love lovey dovey things.
Mm.
But unfortunately, we cannot be here, for long. So I
Mm.
will probably promise our viewers out there that you never know. We could be back again sometime in future for a part 2 with Frank, because he's very, very knowledgeable and he's someone that I love talking to about love. So before we wrap up, Frank, let's talk about the advice. What advice would you give to couples who feel emotionally connected but are struggling with practical challenges?
Yeah. My advice to that is, first understand and then always look back at what good things about somebody.
Yes.
I know we're wrapping up, but I'll use an example of a friend who was supposed to come to my sister's birthday, and he turned up late. He's a friend is supposed to come, but he made me late too. When I got my
Okay.
sister, I was not happy at all. And when I shared with my sister, she goes,
Mm,
remember this friend came and did this for us when you're not here,
mm,
stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, but he didn't have to delay me. He should have just told me. And
yeah.
he said, yeah, think about the good things. And since that day, this is hard to do. It's easily said than done. But whenever I
Yes.
can, I try to remember the good things. Once you're with someone, if you always do and remember the good things, it's a
Yeah.
good way for you to recover from no matter what storm you would have gone through. The other piece of advice for everybody is, especially at the stage of determining when someone's going to be your partner or not, that is
Yeah.
important. Is or even while you're in it, still revise through yourself and see. More than often, we concentrate on wanting a wife or wanting a husband. You want your wife to do this. You have
Mm,
expectations of your wife or your husband to be this.
yes.
In
Yes.
essence, I would say we often concentrate on wanting a husband or wanting a wife, but we don't look at how to be a husband or a wife.
Very good one. Please
Yeah,
repeat that again for our viewers, Frank.
yeah.
Yeah.
More often, we
Yes.
concentrate on what we want in a husband, what we're looking for in a
Yeah.
husband or a wife.
Yes.
We never look at how to be a husband or how to be a wife. Now,
Point taken.
yeah,
Yeah.
now at any stage of your life, whether you are dating or you're already in it, let's work
Mm,
how to be. I want to focus on how to be a husband, the things I need to be. What do I need to do to be a husband? And
yeah.
let my wife's part be how to be a wife. Let her play her part on being a wife. That will help us
Yeah.
playing our roles. But if I focus on her being a wife, I'm trying to play her part. It's more difficult for me to play her part, and it's more difficult
Mm,
for her to make me a husband. But it's
that's
easier
true.
if each of us plays our part.
Wow. I couldn't have said it better. You have had it from the horse's mouth. Frank, that was a very, very perfect way to wrap this up. And believe me, it's going to ring a bell in my head every now and then. And whenever I will think about it, I will think of you. I will remember you. But also to all our viewers out there, I just want to give you a brief summary of what we've gone through today. And I would like to encourage everyone out there, people that are in love, people that are seeking love, people that are trying to find the one and are going through hard times. Remember that we are human and we all have challenges here and there, but the goal is never to give up. Yeah, just be consistent and always try to move on and try to actually do your best at everything that you do. In conclusion, I'm going to say that love lights the fire, but balance keeps it burning. Emotions give us wings, but practicality keeps us grounded. A relationship without balance is like a boat with no anchor. It's beautiful, but easily lost. Love may open your door, but wisdom and effort will keep it alive inside. The heart beats, but the mind guides the rhythm. True love is not about falling, it's about building. Whenever you fall in love, remember to always keep building onto that love. Without balance, love becomes either a dream too high or a weight too heavy to carry. To all our viewers, thank you very much for being here with us on Euroforum Uganda. We are always more than delighted to be here with you. You are the people that make us who we are. And we do appreciate you very, very much. Before we go out, I would like to send my sympathies once again to the family of Florence Boyo. We condone with you and we send our sympathies with you upon the loss of your brother, Zaro Boyo. May his soul rest in eternal peace once again. To my, amen, to my wonderful guest, buddy, bestie, whatever, Frank, please give us your last remarks before we close our show today.
Just a big shout out to my brother who's just lost, Zaro. Rest in peace. He was my buddy. And to the viewers, thank you so much for this chance. I urge you to share your opinions in the comments. We may not have exhausted everything now, but as we read through, we're going to react more and learn more. But remember, not to take anything so passionately. We learn from one another, and learning is a process. Chapter 1 discussion may not be as the same as the conclusions. So any deviations and opinions don't mean that we're all wrong or someone is wrong, but it means we're building up our understanding of what we're learning. So thank you. Let's maintain and hopefully meet you at the next show. Samantha and the organizers, thank you so much for this opportunity, and please keep up the good work.
Thank you very much, Frank. It was an honor to have you here. I would like to say before we go off that tonight we've seen that love is powerful. It lights the fire, it gives meaning, and it connects hearts. But but also we've learned that love alone is always not enough. Balance through trust, communication, and shared responsibility is what keeps that fire burning through life's storms. So as you leave this conversation, ask yourself, am I just falling in love, or am I also building love? Remember, love lights the fire, but balance keeps it burning. So be out there and strive to always keep that love burning instead of simply falling in love. We thank you all for being here. And until next time, God bless you all. We love you. Goodbye.
Welcome to Euroforum UG, where we address Ugandans from Europe, USA, Asia, Africa, Australia, and all over the globe. We share experiences, opinions, and expertise on current affairs, educative lifestyle, religion, and family matters. Follow, subscribe, and like our social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Euroforum UG. You can also join our live shows every weekend on our social media platforms. For more information, visit our social media platforms or email us at euroforumug@gmail.com or WhatsApp us on +4740 574040. Euroforum UG, communicating with peers.